Konza Technopolis Development Authority has embarked on the implementation of its second strategic plan aimed at accelerating the implementation of the project by the year 2025. The plan that was launched on 20th September 2021 is expected to propel Konza to become an emerging global technopolis and innovation hub while leveraging the gains made so far in infrastructure development and onboarding investors.
The second strategic plan builds on successes of the authority's first strategic plan.
The foundations are in place, they are solid, and we want to face the future, which is 2021 to 2025.
I'm very pleased that we are here and that we can be able to see the next steps.
Konza Technopolis is a key flagship project of Kenya's Vision 2030 Economic Development Blueprint. It will be a world-class city powered by a thriving information, communications and technology sector, superior and reliable infrastructure, and business-friendly governance systems. The first strategic plan, which covered the period between 2016 and 2020, was anchored on laying the foundation for the Konza Technopolis.
And we were focusing on two key pillars at that time, which was Technopolis infrastructure and services and the knowledge economy. And it was about laying the foundations. And we initiated on the first pillar the main works of phase one, that's the horizontal infrastructure, and the city amenities that is required for a new city, which we are setting from the scratch, or what we call a greenfield. We are also laying the foundations of the things that will shape the direction of the city in respect of focus in the innovation, technology, and what we call a knowledge economy. And with this, we are very privileged that the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology was conceptualized, designs were done, and finally a contractor was brought on board, and now we are going to the implementation of that and later operationalization.
We leveraged on that strategic plan, and what there is on site at Konza can testify to a real serious effort this way, that we started from nothing, bare grassland, and over this period, in 5 years, we've got developments on site. There is first the Konza complex, and there is the phase one of the horizontal infrastructure in place to support development by investors.
By the time we begin real constructions of real structures, then there will be no more further diggings, so that all the roads will be in place, the utility tunnels, so that people will just come and put in their buildings, their structure, and already get themselves fixed to the already existing infrastructure. There has been a lot of progress, and tremendous indeed, because apart from the horizontal infrastructure that we talk about, and we're looking at what we're only calling phase one, a tier 3 data center. And interesting enough, this has really attracted a lot of interest, because most of the institutions, and even both private and public, that operate from Nairobi, the concept of data center services is normally you'd want to have your disaster recovery quite some distance away from yourself, and we've really been getting a lot of people wanting to have their co-location services at our Konza data center.
The infrastructure that you're seeing is allowing our young people to earn a living from their homes, whether it's in upcountry or whether it's in urban centers. They are able to go online and start earning a living and transforming the world. You've had many examples of what they're doing, and an average of over 20,000 per month is very good money.
Konza Technopolis Development Authority has at the same time been running initiatives geared towards coordinating the innovation space in the country while laying a foundation for innovators to channel their ideas through engaging players in government, non-state actors, the private sector, and academia.
For example, the last joint project which we did, which was highly successful, was COVID-19 challenge. that we managed to bring almost the entire Kenyan ecosystem together in response to COVID-19 pandemic. The competition we ran was on 3 thematic areas, so decent work, food security and health. And we got over 317 applications nationally, which is a very fast. Typically when you run these challenges, you'll only find 80% applicants maybe from Nairobi. But for the first time we had nearly every corner of the country contributing to this.
And when we did that, we had already 15 startups that, as you saw, won, and those 15 startups now are being incubated. And if you think of it, something like SwiftLab, the president of Estonia was here, we convened again ourselves and saw the progress. That particular innovation would not have been able to sort of take off if we do not come together. SwiftLab now has, for the first time, a contract with Kenya Postal Corporation, and now they will be one of the providers or carriers of packages through drone services. It's the first of its kind in Kenya, potentially in Africa, because we know drone services, for example, in Rwanda do medicines, Malawi is a drone corridor do medicines, but this one is another application altogether. So imagine how many young people, jobs that will create.
Daniel Kimani is the brains behind O Hospital, a digital platform connecting patients with health providers, a platform that stood out among the top presentations in the COVID-19 Innovation Challenge.
Yeah, O Hospital is a digital web portal, and it has a mobile application. We're currently working on a USSD platform. A patient will download the app from the Play Store. Then they create an account. They'll be able to access the doctors. They can also be able to do the purchases. The doctor also on the other side can get the application from Play Store, create an account which can be accessed through different devices. They can be able now to get the orders from the patient.
Kimani says before the COVID-19 challenge, this was just an idea, and they did not have any exposure that would enable them to develop it in a structured manner.
So the great COVID-19 gave us a chance to be able now to run, to develop business model, to prototype, and even have our first clients. We have been working with them in the supporting of the platform and the team. And it was a great experience running from mentors and people who have experience.
The new strategic plan is premised on 3 pillars, which are critical to the attainment of the aspirations of the Konza Technopolis, that is business development, knowledge economy, and innovation and smart city services.
We are also going to look at the institutional development of the organization. We are going to look at the governance improvement within the organization. We are going to look also at building a solid culture that will be able to collaborate with several other institutions to be able to drive innovation, and will be a center of excellence in many aspects of our economy, especially in science and technology space.
We intend to also open up and discuss with investors the various incentives that they get when they come to Konza. For instance, we already are recognized as a special economic zone. And with that, we are ready to discuss with investors on the platform of the various advantages that come with special economic zone.
The second phase of the project will see the establishment of a digital media city, smart vaccine manufacturing initiative, a science and technology park in partnership with the Ministry of Education and Dubai Multipurpose Commodities Center Corporation, among other attractions.
We have opportunities for investment, be it in establishment of residential spaces, office spaces, city facilities like hotels, recreational facilities. We are also inviting the SMEs and our young people to take advantage of this opportunity, which is indeed going to play a very critical role in the transformation of our country, to participate in the various options that we have, either as an innovator, as a startup, or an investor. We are providing an excellent platform with initiatives that have been put in place, with incentives provided under special economic zones, with infrastructure provided for a science park, with a global network.
In the next 5 years, Konza Technopolis is expected to witness an increase in uptake by investors, transitioning from a government to a private-driven city.
We'll see a number of investors coming to take more role in the implementation of Konza Technopolis. The second thing we are going to witness is the growth of our innovation ecosystem in the country. We are going to see emergence of Kenya startups who will call Konza Technopolis home. And that's the most exciting part for us, because that is how we'll be able to impact more in our economy, because we believe these startups will focus on problem areas for our country.
When you think of Konza, sometimes you think of Konza where they are located physically. But Konza is also a vision for the whole country, where we can go around the country and ensure the innovations, the challenges, the skills, all the things that need to be done can be replicated across the country.
We are supported by the government, and our ministry has been very key to some of the things that we've done out at Konza would not have been possible if the ministry did not understand us. And if we were to do things the old school way, we wouldn't be anywhere.
Our role as government is to provide the technology and the backbone that is required so that we can then build and ensure that the country develops and evolves.